You're hot.
Yeah!
What are you laughing at?
So Glenn knows, and he can explain. For people who listen to us for the first time, Glenn is our producer, and there is a sentence, there is a description that he needs to put so we can start the show on a good vibe. So I know we are already, but Glenn, can you do it so our listener will know what am I talking about?
You're hot, Omri.
Thank you!
Oh, is that it? That's why you're so excited, because he said you're hot.
And welcome to the Larry Steinhouse show, but Larry Steinhouse is back.
I'm here.
He will do his own intro.
I'm right here.
Yes.
But you just, I was going to do so it's really funny. I had ChatGPT do a intro right for me.
Me too.
And wait, I got to, because you were supposed to be late.
I know.
Omri literally just walked in. So, but here's the thing, right? So I have to say, right? So it says, and inside my intro, it said, now Omri is running a little late, but he'll be here shortly, which means I have a rare opportunity today. I can actually get through the entire intro without being interrupted.
You see?
That's what ChatGPT actually wrote.
You were too optimistic. You and ChatGPT.
So just, so isn't that great? I didn't even start the intro and you interrupted it again. That's how smart ChatGPT is. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Larry Steinhouse Show. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And today is already shaping up to be a very special show. First of all, Dr. Deb is out today and she's on a cruise. A cruise, which means two things. She deserves it. And probably because there's no Wi-Fi strong enough to pull her back into this conversation. So it's interestingly enough because... Oh, wait. This is so funny. I didn't read this. Now, here's the next part that ChatGPT read. Now, I was close to getting through this entire intro without an interruption, but at the last possible second, Omri actually made it just in time. So the streak is officially over. Welcome back, Omri.
Thank you.
It's so funny that it actually, it's a good thing that I introduced what I introduced to bring that line. It's absolutely hysterical. All right, today we're diving into stock options, real estate, wealth building strategies, along with the latest economy, politics, and current events, and how it all impacts your money and your financial future. Expect some smart insights, practical advice, and just enough chaos to keep things interesting. We're broadcasting live from Investor Schooling headquarters where people learn how to invest in real estate, trade stocks, understand options, and actually build wealth instead of just talking about it. And don't forget, you can RSVP for a free class this Thursday night at
investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
As always, I want to thank our sponsors. Marketing agency near you is a team behind all our websites, including investorschooling.com, sultanincomefund.com, larrysteinhouse.com, and of course our charity, Lev27, for real PR, SEO, websites, and marketing that works. Grab your free consultation at yourfreeplan.com. So if you like to have the guys who do our stuff do your stuff, go to yourfreeplan.com. I also want to thank PB Adjusting. My friend Peter and his team help homeowners get money from their insurance claims. And if you think your insurance company underpaid you, visit pbadjusting.com. That's pbadjusting.com. And of course, the Sultan Income Fund. Invest with the Sultan, collect like a king. It's for accredited investors only. And we used to say that it gave a return of 36 to 48% a year, but our attorney says we can't say that anymore. So we only say that our attorney says that
the
returns are so good,
so good
that our attorney says we can't tell you what they are.
Exactly.
And of course, there's the Joe Keller team at Cross Country Mortgage, which you guys, you had an entire episode with him last week. Wow.
Yes.
We'll talk about that in a minute. So he's at Cross Country Mortgage. The only people I trust me to get a mortgage, especially for high-end and complex deals for over $2 million. Call Joe Keller directly at 215-817-9084. That's 215-817-9084. And remember, this is a call-in show. You can call us about anything financial, real estate, investing, stock options, mortgages, interest rates, good ideas, bad ideas,
whatever
or
you
just
want
to keep Omri honest.
Yeah.
Hey, the number is
855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. 855.
Go ahead. Sorry.
What?
Go ahead.
You see, now somebody interrupt me. That's 855-939-1137. And if you are one of our valued listeners, you know that when you call and bring your question, it's always more fun.
It's more fun.
So please give us a call. We'll be very happy to help you.
I get to show off how smart I am.
I will do the best to make sure Larry won't insult you. 855-939-1137.
All right, so Dr. Deb is still on the cruise, right? So I was actually on that cruise. So what happened was...
You jumped off the cruise.
I jumped off the cruise and I swam home, exactly.
Yeah, exactly that.
Almost, it's almost true. So we were very concerned about the weather that's coming.
We haven't spoke since you came back? Because you came so late last night.
I came 2 o'clock in the morning. This morning, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, when I talked to you yesterday, you were in some airport in Mexico.
I was in an airport in Mexico, right? Because it's exactly right. What I did was I got off the cruise. I asked the captain permission to leave the cruise early. They gave us permission to do that.
The real captain or which captain? Because there are two captains.
Actually, you're right. Captain Lou, who runs the marketing cruise, right? But no, I'm talking about the captain of the ship, right?
Okay.
So they gave us permission to leave the cruise early.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we weren't the only one. There was about a half a dozen people who did the same thing because of the weather that was coming. So, remember, we left out of Los Angeles. So the cruise ship would have taken us back to Los Angeles tomorrow, and we would have had to fly back tomorrow to Philadelphia, right? And we're expecting 12 to 15 inches of snow. Now, I although I was a little concerned that the flight might be delayed, which is a problem too, I was more concerned about the fact that, getting into my house. So, my driveway is pretty long, and I got to be able to make sure my driveway's shoveled.
But we found somebody.
Yeah,
to
we did
plow.
find somebody to do it.
Yeah.
Right, and he's going to do it anyway. So the biggest problem I had though was, the dog. So we have a dog. The dog's at the borders, and already my wife freaks out when the dog's at the border for more than a certain amount of time, and it's not good for the dog. So I understand where she's coming from.
Sounds very bad.
The dog misses us, and the dog doesn't do well when he's not around us. But that's okay. So we figured we might have to have a delay. So I actually said to Linda, I said, why don't we leave on Tuesday? We'll stay in LA. We'll leave on Tuesday, and that's actually what Dr. Deb is doing. She's going to fly out on Tuesday too, or Monday or Tuesday,
if she could.
But so then we realized we had one more port, and I'm like, you know what? Why don't we fly home early? Now I'm gonna tell you, if we didn't fly home early, it would have been a nightmare. I would have had a nightmare on my hands if I didn't fly home early. You know what happened? I ran out of propane on Tuesday. Apparently, my house ran out of propane on Tuesday, and I had no idea. So I haven't had heat since Tuesday.
No. All the mess with it's funny how involved I am in your life. The whole thing with the propane got solved before the Christmas party.
That's what we thought. So what Omri's referring to is I'm supposed to be on autofill, right?
Yeah,
so when
correct. They have sensor in the tank.
So it has a radio transmitter that tells the propane company
come fill it up.
To come fill it up, right?
Correct.
So it didn't happen. For whatever reason, because at 2 o'clock in the morning, I come home and Linda's like, it's really cold in here. I'm like, oh yeah, let me just turn the heat up. And I turned the heat up and I realized that the heat was 42 degrees in the house. I'm like, wait a minute, something's wrong.
Something very wrong.
Right, so I go downstairs, both heaters are off. I go over to the stove, I turn the stove off, and the stove doesn't light. I'm like, oh no. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, I figured, I'll call the propane company, figure I'm going to leave a message, right? I call the propane company and someone answers. Yeah. So they have a 24-hour emergency service, which I didn't realize they did. And the guy apologizes, and he says, I see that you were on auto ship, but somehow it got turned off. I'm like, oh, great. And I said, well, first of all, I need propane immediately. He goes, look, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. He says, I can't get it because I have a really big tank. Because all I have is a guy with like an emergency amount of propane. And he
Whatever
says,
right?
He says, by the time he gets there, you might as well just wait till 8 o'clock in the morning when I can send a truck there with the full amount. I'm like, all right, fine. So I go out and I get all the firewood I can from the backyard because we have a fireplace in the living room, and we bunker down the living room. So Omri, I am still wearing the same clothes that I was when I called you from the airport. Because what happened was
there's no water heater too.
I have no water. I have no hot water. I have no
exactly
right. And I'm thinking I don't even smell because I was too cold to sweat. Right.
The table is big.
Right. I was too cold to sweat. So I had to wear this. I bought this Corona sweatshirt.
Good.
Right? I bought this Corona sweatshirt at the airport in Mexico, and I'm still wearing it. I wore a jacket to bed last night.
That's racist, by the way.
What?
To buy a
Corona in Mexico. I know, right?
Mexico.
I know. I should have bought I don't know. What should I have bought? A Bud Light?
Make America great again.
Make America. Right. Exactly. Right. So I'm still wearing the same clothes. I mean, it's wild. It's just so bizarre for this to happen. And this morning, the guy comes at 9 o'clock, which is great. He comes at 9 o'clock.
Who's the truck?
So the funny part was, like, I wake up this morning. I'm like, it's 8 o'clock. I'm like, the guy's not here. I'm like, but I figure between 8 and 10, 8 and 12 is fine, right? So I call the propane company. I figure I just want to get an ETA, and no one answers. I call 20 times and no one answers, and I'm starting to panic, right? And all of a sudden I hear beep, 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 beep coming up my driveway. I'm like, yes! I open the door and sir, there's the guy. He's there. Yes! And the guy actually looked like Santa Claus, so it was a cool.
So it started.
So that was another thing, right? So he puts the propane in, and then he has to go around the house starting everything.
The water heater first, because
So he did the propane heaters first. I mean the heaters first, the house heaters first, because they were the easiest.
They don't have automatic pilot on them?
They have automatic starters on them, but they didn't start right away because they go into protect mode. So when there's no propane or no gas, they go into protect mode. So
he started.
He was able to start them. It didn't take long, but the water heaters, you're right, they had pilot lights.
Correct.
So they had to light the pilot lights, and they wouldn't light. And the interesting thing is, what happened was it got a vapor lock in the line. I don't know how, but it got a vapor. He had to undo the line, put the line back on, and it worked. So I got the water heaters going. The only thing I couldn't get, I have a propane fireplace in my bedroom. I still can't get that working, but that's of least importance, right?
How much time it took to raise the temperature? Because you have a big house.
So
how much time
Linda
it took
said
for the heater?
So that was about 3 hours ago, and Linda said it's just getting cozy.
Okay.
So it did take a while.
Yeah, I believe you.
It took a while.
I know.
You know, we in an hour after the guy left, it was about 5 degrees different. So it went from 42 to about.
Yeah, I got you. 47.
I don't know, whatever. Okay, so that was my my day, and I'm really glad. Like I said, I'm really glad
Yeah, that you made the choice to come back.
Oh my goodness! If I didn't, it would have been horrible.
Yeah.
I would have came home to probably a flooded house.
I don't know if it's flooded house, because I'm more worried because this week that we just passed had the lowest temperatures. During the night.
True.
During the night on, I think it was Tuesday, we were very close to 0.
Yeah.
I woke up to the gym in the morning, it was 4.
So I tell you something weird. So I have a Nest thermostat.
Yeah.
So I get a warning on Tuesday, and it says, your house has fallen below protected level.
Yeah.
It said the house is 7 degrees. Now, I don't believe the house is 7 degrees, because I look at it, I'm like, that's impossible. How can the house be 7 degrees? Even if the heat went off, the house can't be 7 degrees. Especially if outside was 10 degrees, right? So I ignored the message, thinking it was an error.
So your house was at 7 degrees.
My house was at 7 degrees, and I should have called you. If I would have known better, if I would have paid attention to it, you could have solved it right away.
Yeah.
But it was wild. I just ignored it because it didn't make any sense. The message made no sense to me.
So
if it would have said it's 35 degrees in the house,
you know that's
I probably wouldn't have ignored it.
That's the beauty, and that's why we should always say how good PECs are. I don't know why, and you had a problem with the insurance in your house, if you remember.
To get the insurance,
to get insurance because of the PEX pipes.
Right, exactly.
I believe that if you had copper pipes, and you experienced the same thing, you had a much bigger problem. That's the best thing about the PEX pipes.
Yeah, you're probably right. But the biggest problem with PEX pipes, though, are the connections. So the connections, when they freeze, don't do so well.
It doesn't matter. You have space to expand.
Right, you have space to expand. Yeah,
and that's the thing.
Right.
And if you do, so some people don't like to use the plastic connections.
Right.
I believe that the plastic connections in PEX pipes are sometimes better than the metal.
So you believe that because I had PEX pipes, I didn't have a flood? You could be right.
There is a chance. Right. Think about that. Yeah, there is a very good chance. So you home?
So I'm home.
Everybody else is there.
Everybody else is still there. I left everybody there.
Who came? Who went on the cruise? It's funny. We are doing this conversation because we haven't had that conversation for a week.
I know we haven't. We're just having a regular conversation.
So
we had a bunch of students who went, and that was a lot of fun. Brian went too. Brian was there.
Everybody's still there.
Brian was there. Deb's still there. The students are still there. Like I said, it was only about half a dozen of us that left.
So let me tell you what's going on since you left Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Everybody believed that the end of the world came.
When? For what?
And it starts tonight.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And the girl,
I'm looking forward to it, actually.
Me too.
I'm looking forward to the snow and being stuck in my house. My house is big. I could do a lot of projects.
I just want to make sure we will have electric.
Yeah, me too. That's the biggest problem I'm going to have. So I found out last night how unprepared I am for an emergency.
Why?
Because if my heat goes out in my house, like if my electric goes out of my house, I won't have heat either, right? Because the heaters run by electric. They're propane powered, but the fan and the blower and all the electronics runs by electric, so I would have no heat.
So I tell you what I did, what I prepared in my house. Okay, So I will charge the Tesla fully, hopefully tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And Tesla in what's called camp mode
Mm-hmm.
can keep delivering the 12 volt. Now I have in the car a 1000 watt inverter
Right.
that give me 110.
You can't plug your refrigerator into a 1,000 watt inverter.
Of
you know
course,
that, right?
but I don't need a refrigerator. I can put my groceries outside, right?
That's a good point.
Exactly. What I need, like you said, it's the heat. Now I have natural gas, you have propane.
Right.
The heater works on 110.
Yeah, okay.
They don't need 220. It's not like in the
Well,
office.
refrigerators don't need 220 either, but how much? It doesn't take up much, right?
No, exactly. It's only the control board
Yeah.
and the
And
protection
the fan.
and the fan. Correct. So I hope that in case I won't have electric, natural
But
gas.
how are you going to plug in your heater into your
Tesla?
Tesla?
An extension cord.
Yeah, but you have to it's hardwired.
It will be okay. I have the idea how to do everything.
I have an idea how to do it too. I just
Yeah.
be careful because that can be really dangerous.
I know, but
Especially if you're running a long extension cord from your Tesla.
and I brought some wood and all that. I don't think it will be so. I hope. I know people can make fun of me next week. I hope it's not going
Well,
to
I
be.
make fun of you. I don't want you dead.
No, I hope things won't be as bad as everybody predicting. And if you are with us on that, or if you want to tell us, hey, you crazy people, get ready, it's going to be very bad, call us 855-939.
By the way, Linda commented. She said it's not cozy yet. It's only 54.
Ooh.
So it's still she's still cold.
Okay.
But it was 42 when we started.
A house your size that the heater was off,
Yeah.
it will take hours.
Oh, I know. That's what I
yeah,
figured.
you're welcome
yeah.
to stay with me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
So maybe people could tell me how I really should have prepared for a storm like coming, because you know what? I have well water,
Mm-hmm.
I have propane, and I have electric, and I
septic.
have septic. I do not have a generator yet.
You do? Where's the you didn't bring the one from Ivyland?
No, I have a small,
I know.
small,
Okay, 3,000 watt? How much is it?
yeah, something like that maybe.
Okay.
But I can't. I didn't. It didn't start. I tried
Maybe
to
I
start.
will
it didn't
come and
start.
take the small electric blower from you. The
Well, either
snow
way,
blower.
we need to get that. You want to help me get that generator started?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't get it started. I think either the carburetor's bad or the fuel's bad. The fuel could be bad. It's
So
old
we need
fuel.
spray.
The old fuel. Yeah, but anyway,
So you
but
need.
that's just a small generator. That's just
So
a couple
it's
little
funny.
things.
People talked about that this morning in the synagogue, and apparently, you need to buy a special fuel that never go bad. You put it in the snowblower, in the generator, and it's
I don't know.
if you know what fuel you need to put in your in your generator and snowblower, please give us a call and let us know. 855-939-1137. And what are we giving to people today?
Oh, I don't know. I know what we should do. We should give away a
Money hacks.
Money Hacks ticket. Yeah.
I think so.
Money Hacks tickets.
We
yeah.
have.
absolutely.
So it's funny, because you know that the computer crash. So first, we are giving Money Hacks. We have a great event. This is going to be on February 21st. It's going to be an awesome full day event with great speakers. So if you call and share with us your story or ask us any question you want, we'll be very happy to give you tickets.
So they call for any reason, in other words.
Whatever they want.
They can call for any reason. You can get a free ticket to Money Hacks. Actually, 2 free tickets to Money Hacks.
Correct.
The only thing we ask is that you actually go because
Exactly.
those seats are taken, right?
Exactly.
So, and that's the 21st, February 21st.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a great event. Actually, we're going to have some really great people coming to that event. And I mean, whenever people come to that event, they always tell me how great it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many great things you're going to learn about money. You're going to learn about infinite banking. You're going to learn about life insurance. You're going to learn about how to buy a house with no money. You're going to learn some stock options information. You're also going to learn, who else is coming?
We have Chris coming back?
Chris who?
Nago.
No, Chris isn't coming, but somebody from his
Oh.
team is coming.
Okay,
you know.
awesome.
So we got some really great people coming, and we might even have a guest appearance from Les Brown on video, on Zoom.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and Les Brown's an amazing guy. If you don't know who he is, amazing guy. So again, Money Hacks, you can go to
4mmw.com.
There you go.
That's 4mmw.com.
The number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, mmw.com, and you can get a ticket there. But if you call in, we'll give you a free ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Great event. All right. What's the phone number for them to call in?
That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
So you guys do know, right? So by the way, so just staying on the storm for a little while. So this in the next couple of days we're getting 12 to 15 inches of snow.
That's what they say.
It's going to be incredibly cold, and although I made it without my pipes bursting, other people's pipes might burst, right? So we have a sponsor, PB Adjusting, Peter at PB Adjusting. I'm telling you, listen, guys. What you want to do is you want to talk to Peter if your pipes break, and hopefully they won't, but if they do, you want to talk to Peter at pbadjusting.com, pbadjusting.com, and he will be more than happy. Matter of fact, we should probably have Peter call in. Peter, if you listen to the show, I know you listen to the show because you want to see if I want to plug you, but if you listen to the show, call in and tell people what they can do, to either protect themselves, or if they didn't protect themselves, what they could do on that. So maybe Peter will call in, maybe he won't, I don't know. But either way, I'm telling you right now, if you have an insurance claim, don't go right to the insurance company. That's silly. If you go through a public adjuster like PB Adjusting, it's much better choice, because the insurance companies they don't want to pay you, and these guys help you get paid. All right, so Peter, if you want to call in, feel free to call in. All right. Anyway, what else? I
don't know. Many things are happening right now. I'm still recovering. What I'm going to do?
What are you recovering from?
Let's talk about stocks for a second.
Oh,
do you want to
what
talk
happened?
About stocks?
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about silver.
I know.
103.
So you said that at 100 you were sure.
Right. So I said I was going to sell, and now I just don't know if I feel like selling.
I know. Don't.
I mean, at 100, amount of silver I have, it's a really nice profit. But I just don't know if I want to sell it. It's kind of like a possession of mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like one of those things. Like would you sell your favorite?
It defines you.
What?
It defines you.
It does.
It
So I actually think I'm going to keep it.
It's like Todd will sell all his bitcoins.
Because I'm not really worried so much about the price going up or down, right?
I know.
What I'm really worried, just having it is pretty cool. Just looking at my safe and going, wow,
so
look at
leave
that.
It. I think leave it. The stocks weren't so good, unfortunately, for me. I made some bad choices.
What'd you make? What choices did you make?
So I think the worst choice for me was Rivian.
Oh, you bought Rivian in 1920?
In 19.
Why? You heard us talk about that at the when we were trading the stocks for the fund.
There are choices
specifically.
There are choices that you make for the fund that are not the same for small.
Yeah, but Rivian was an obvious going to go back down to 15, and sure enough, it did.
Okay, so here it is.
And now I'm going to play it again now.
What?
And now we're going to play it again.
I'm going to play it again too. Because I'm
buy
going
more.
to open a new account.
No, don't open a new account. Buy double what you have.
No, this account is going to. I want to put this account on the side for a second.
Right.
And let it recover. What do you think about this idea? And I will create.
This is what I think of your idea. Let me tell you a better idea.
Okay.
You put the money in the account instead of opening a separate account.
To lower the average.
You lower the average, right?
I know,
So if you pay 20, it's at 15. Now your average is 17.5. You sell the calls at 16.5, and it'd be much better. Much better.
We'll see. We could be. I could do that, or I could just hold to Rivian because I truly believe in Rivian.
No, Rivian's a great company, and I believe Rivian's going to, be the number 2 electric vehicle. Oh, by the way, it's so funny. I was in Walmart today getting gas because I went to fill up my car for this just in case, right?
Was everybody charging?
No, there was a Rivian that pulled up to the gas pumps.
Why?
Now, at first I'm like, somebody must have borrowed his car. Must have borrowed. He's filling up. Yeah, he's filling up gas. He's filling up gas. But I just thought it was so funny.
Yeah.
Hey, let's check this out. We got Ron on the line. What's going on, Ron?
Yeah, Larry. You want to keep your house warm in the winter?
Do I want to keep my house warm in the winter? Yeah. I got the
lowest up.
Wait, say it again.
Put a propane fireplace in the lowest part of your house, and you can keep your whole house warm.
So what kind of fireplace?
Without electricity.
A propane fireplace. Yeah, but so that's great. But I don't have. I can't do that tomorrow.
So I do have a question for you, Ron. Why a propane fireplace, unlike a wood fireplace?
No electricity is needed.
Well,
you could do wood if you wanted to.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, but he's right.
So Ron, the big thing about my house is it's all open, and it's a lot of square footage. So it probably we last night, Linda and I slept next to the fireplace, with wood burning all night long. So
Aww.
no, it wasn't romantic. Trust me. No, it wasn't at all. She was on the floor and I was on the couch. I put her as close to the fireplace as I could put her, and I stayed on the couch. And you know what's really funny was every time the fire went down, I woke up because I could feel it getting colder in the room.
So you put
and
some
I put more wood on right now.
I know.
Now here's the other thing, right? So that wood that I had about I don't know, maybe a quarter of a cord left. Now I have I don't know, maybe an eighth of a cord left at this point. I don't even know, maybe a little more or whatever. So I probably have enough wood to get us through one more night like that. So hopefully that was supposed to be for tonight, not last night. So hopefully we'll have enough if anything bad happens. So what's going on, Ron? You want to come to Money Hacks?
Probably not.
Listen to this guy. He's like I just want to.
He's doing so good.
He just wants to call me and tell me how how great he is because
he's doing
he wants
so
to tell me
good.
to put a propane heater in my house so I
Yeah.
could die of gas of asphyxiation, right? What's the matter? You don't like me? Is that it?
No, you're making a joke. I'm just laughing at it. Why do you need to put down people?
What do I need to put down, people? What are you talking about? What is it? Where did that come from?
I didn't say anything bad about you. I didn't say anything bad about you. I just said no. I probably
You
don't
want me to
go.
put a propane heater in the middle of my house? I saw you wanted to kill me.
No, what? What happened to this conversation
I don't know.
now?
I want to know where this conversation went to. I probably insulted him sometime in the last 10 years now, and he's holding a grudge.
I don't know. But we're so
I
happy
don't
that you
hold a grudge
called.
against you, Larry. You know who I am.
I know a lot of Rons. I have a guess who it is, but I'm not sure.
Please tell us.
Yeah, I just have a bad cold.
You just have a bad cold? All right.
So,
Well, either way, I mean, I don't recognize everybody's voice. I only recognize Omri's voice.
Sometimes.
Who is he?
I don't know. Who cares?
Now everybody want to know who he is.
I'm
Yeah.
nothing against you.
I know. I'm just
I
messing with you.
recommend people to you.
All right.
We're
No,
very
I
happy
appreciate
that you
man.
called, man.
I appreciate you, man. I'm just messing with you. It's just who I am. That's my personality. I hope you don't leave. I hope you don't leave the line crying.
No.
All right, Ron, man. I appreciate you calling. And if you decide you want to go to Money Hacks, because I know you and you want to see us put on a good show, let me know.
We'll be very happy to have you.
All right. So where were we?
So the gas you need to start your snowblower and your generator is an ethanol-free
ethanol free. Is that what it is?
fuel.
Oh.
And I'm looking right now when we can get it, and it's out of stock everywhere.
So one of the problems I have though is, of course, I have the tank is full with the other gas.
Yeah.
So we should probably be able to put a gas additive in to make
Yeah.
it start, right?
I think so. I don't know.
We'll
We'll
have
see
to do.
after the show. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll also go. I want to see a house today.
Oh, so Glenn is saying. So
we
Glenn.
have so many things to do
So
today.
Glenn's letting me know, on the computer. As a married man, you should have been using no heat as your weenie to cuddle for warmth opportunity. Okay, let me explain something to you, Glenn. I was on airplanes. I was on traveling for I don't know 18 hours. At that point, I don't want to do any cuddling. I don't want to do anything but sleep.
Glenn, hear me out, okay? A real man uses wood when the wife is cold.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I think that's what he was alluding to. I was burning wood instead.
You
I mean, that's a prime opportunity right there.
Oh yeah, I totally get it, Glenn. But
that's a side effect.
it's like I was exhausted at that point. We couldn't wait to get home. The two of us,
Come
like
on, man.
the
You're
two of us,
working
like we
out. You
can't
got
wait. We can't wait to go home. We can't wait to go to sleep. And besides,
I'm
we
just-
were on a
I'm-
cruise, man. We had several moments of good time.
I understand.
And it was warmer, in Mexico than it was last night in our house.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm happy that you're here. That's the thing. I said if I would be you, I would stay until it will pass. But I know you have a lot of things going on. I know you have the court hearing on Tuesday.
But more importantly,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it was the dog. I was very worried about the dog because
Where is he?
well, the dog was at a border.
I know, but where is it?
Chalfont is where the border is.
Okay.
So we were more afraid that maybe they can't get there and they can't feed them and do what they need to do. I'm sure they would have, but
What do you mean they can get there?
so they
They're
leave,
there with
they let
him
them at
all the
night.
time.
No, they leave them
Ah.
at night, and so I'm sure they would have taken care of him, but the dog doesn't like it either.
But everybody is expecting the worst right now. So I get
Right.
everybody.
Right.
What my wife works in Pickering Manor.
Yeah.
So they are expecting, they're checking.
But I'm going to tell you,
Yeah.
I'm really glad we came home. If we didn't come home, we might have come home to a real problem.
I know. I agree.
So I'm really glad we came home. All right.
I agree.
Let's do this. Why don't we break for commercial and then we'll talk about something finance?
Let's give them the phone number just before
All
we
right,
do
go
that.
ahead.
That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. Any question you have, financial question, just want to share with us a story. If you want to share with us how you're getting ready for the storm, 855-939-1137.
Clear.
Thank you.
Mr. Schooling, how many times are you going to listen to my voice before you finally go to investorschooling.com? I can't believe you haven't signed up for a class yet. You're going to learn real estate investing. You're going to learn stock options trading. You're going to learn things about money that you didn't even know existed. Go to investorschooling.com right now. Oh my goodness. This Thursday, investorschooling.com, and take that free class. See you there. Hey, this is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Listen.
Give me a second. I got to take a couple of calls here.
All right.
Awesome.
Because you don't want to invest in real estate, because you don't want to deal with toilets, trash, or tenants. I'm going to teach you a way that you don't have to deal with toilets, trash, or tenants, or even own any real estate and invest in real estate at the same time. You want to learn this, so go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com, and take a complimentary class this Thursday. And I promise you, no toilets, no trash, no tenants. Hey, this is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. I've been talking about myself for all these years. Now it's time for you to hear from one of our great clients.
Investor Schooling lives up to the promises. Larry's a great teacher, teaches about the whole new approach to thinking about money. I've taken to heart many of the things that he's taught me, and my financial life has improved.
Come to Investor Schooling, and you could be just like Charlie and change your financial life. Go to investorschooling.com. We will see you Thursday. Hey, this is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Did you know that we have a radio show right here on WPHT every Saturday at 1 o'clock? It's called The Larry Steinhouse Show. And you want to listen to this show because it's a live show and you can call in. In fact, here's the call-in number.
855-939-1137.
And when you call in, you can ask us questions about real estate, the stock market, even politics. Make sure you tune in Saturday, 1 o'clock. This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. This is Larry Steinhouse with Investor Schooling. Did you know that there are so many different ways to prepare for retirement, and annuities are not the answer? Come learn this Thursday by taking a free class on Investor Schooling. Come to Investor Schooling, and you will learn so many different ways that you can make.
All right, you about ready to come back?
Sure, why not? Expected to. Go to investorschooling.com and sign up for a complimentary class this Thursday. That's investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
All right, we're coming back. And give Omri just a slight boost.
Sure.
Hey, Mr. Schooling.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show. I'm here. I'm so excited. I'm back. I wasn't supposed to be here today. Matter of fact, we were going to run a repeat, and I'm really glad we didn't. But I had to come back because, the weather is going to be kind of rough and, all kinds of reasons to come back. But most importantly, we came back to no heat in our house, which would have been a complete nightmare. Oh, it would have been horrible. So I'm Larry Steinhouse. This is the Larry Steinhouse Show. I'm here with my co-host, Omri Morad. And, of course, Dr. Deb is still on the cruise that I left. I left her there with her husband, and they're hanging out. They miss me, I'm sure. They miss my wife, of course, I'm sure. So we were all hanging out, and we were having a really great time. You know what? We were talking before about, what to do in weather like this. And Peter Bodarenko is one of our sponsors for PB Adjusting, and he's on the line. So what's going on, Peter?
Hey guys, miss you, Larry, and glad you got it back.
I know you got it. Last week Omri did an entire radio show with one of our other sponsors, Joe Keller from the mortgage company, Joe Keller team at Cross Country Mortgage. So now I told Omri that he owes you a whole day show.
Hey, I'll take it.
All right, but while we got you online, though, talk about some tips. Pre-disaster and then post-disaster. You know what I mean? Like pre-disaster of avoiding the pipes breaking, and then if the pipes do break, what should they do next?
Well, first of all, people should take advantage of us actually reviewing the policy before even anything happens, because I noticed a lot of people don't have coverage for water damage.
Yeah, I
So
noticed that
we
all
do
of a
offer
sudden,
free policy review.
you know, Peter, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I've noticed that all of a sudden that people are buying policies now that don't have water coverage and they don't even know it.
Exactly. That's my point. So that's one of the main things. Second thing you should know is where your main shut-off valve is, just in case something does happen. A lot of people don't even know where the
Great
shut-off
tip, yeah.
valve is. Do you know, Larry, where yours is?
So I actually do. We have a well, and we have the pump. Well, not the pump, but we have the bladder. You know, the equalizing bladder. So it's right after that. So I know where that is. The interesting part is there's not one before it. So
But
if the
most-
bladder goes bad, we actually would have a problem.
Yeah. So most people don't know where the main shut-off valve is, so it's too late. So
Yeah.
that's one thing. Second, a lot of people have hoses still hooked up to the exterior faucets,
Oh yeah.
which is number one cause of a lot of frozen pipes.
Wow. So that spigot
they
on the
should take the
outside, they
hose
need to
off.
do something with it.
Yeah, remember that happened to you.
Yeah, I know, but it happened to me in a weird way. I don't know why, because it was really weird. Mine was a weird one, but yeah. So what you're saying is they should have
Yes.
the spigot should be closed, right? And usually there's an inside lever too, or an inside spigot that you could turn that off in from the inside too, so that if it does get frozen, it won't flood.
Correct. And you can also cover the faucet on the outside. They sell special cups that you can put over them. The next thing is to keep the doors open to your cabinet where your sink is, because a lot of times they
Oh,
are
that's
facing the
interesting.
exterior wall. And a lot of times they freeze up. So keep the doors
The
open if
heat
you don't
comes
have any
in.
Yeah.
pets for the heat to come in. Yep.
So if you have pipes in an exterior wall in a kitchen
Uh,
or a bathroom, you should open up the doors. That's really interesting. Wow.
Yeah. Next thing also, if it's cold like this, you should let the water drip slowly overnight so it doesn't freeze. So if the water continuously moves, it's not going to freeze.
So I have a
So
question about
dripping.
that. Should
Not-
it should be dripping, or should it just be like running at a slow pace?
No. Dripping.
Dripping. Okay.
It's literally dripping. If it drips, it still moves.
Okay. Cool.
And
Excellent.
of course, insulating the pipes definitely helps. And if you have drifty spots, insulate them.
All right. Anything else?
Well, most of guys listening are investors, so if you have rental property, make sure that rental property is at least 55 degrees or above. So maintain heat, because if you don't maintain the heat, you will be denied.
Oh, really? So if you
Yes.
so what would happen in my case if I ran out of propane? I accidentally ran out of propane. I came home and my house was flooded from a burst pipe. What would the insurance company have said to me?
Well, depending on the policy language, they could deny it, because if you did not maintain the heat, it's on you.
Right, but in this case, it was purely accidental. In fact, what happened was the propane company were on auto ship or auto refill, and somehow that got turned off, and it wasn't it was just a clerical error apparently, but that got turned off. I wonder what the insurance company would have said.
Well, insurance companies in the business to make money, so they look for ways to get out of paying. So
Yeah, right.
believe me, they'll be fighting if we're not maintaining the heat.
Yeah, I'll bet. All right, so in this case, it could have been my problem, which would have been a real nightmare. Wow.
Could have been.
Yeah. All right. So now somebody has a claim. Okay. Now I've gone through the claim process without public adjusting, and I've gone through the claim process with public adjusting. Obviously, you had one of my claims a while back, but I'll also tell you that I way before I knew you, I did it with and without, and I always found that with a public adjuster, it was so much easier. But what should people do when they have a claim? What should they say to the insurance company? What shouldn't they say? What should they do, to preserve to protect themselves? You know what I mean?
Well, I would always recommend that they hire a reputable public adjuster, and preferably PB adjusting, because we can take what people say to the insurance company before we get involved, And there's a lot of different occasions when people say the wrong thing. And number one word that people say, I have a flood in my house, which is a big no-no because you'll be denied over the phone. So hire a public adjuster. They'll come over, see if it's worth putting a claim, make sure there's coverage under your policy, and help you through the whole process. Take the headache away.
All right. So somebody has a claim. They give you a call. What is the process?
Well, we'll schedule an appointment. We come out, evaluate the damages, see the policy, see if it's worth putting the claim in.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Cool. And then, so I'm always curious about this because I'm sure this is a question that comes up a lot, right? So, I don't know what your fees are, but I know it's typically, they're typically for public adjusting anywhere from 20 to 25%. I don't know if that's right or wrong. I'm guessing, to be honest with you. but how is it that somebody could actually feel comfortable with saying, hey, you're going to take 25% of the claim, for doing well-deserved work? But I'm saying, well, how my house is not going to be able to be fixed. How is that? How is it that it always seems to work out better for the people, even if they pay you whatever fee it is that you charge?
Well, because you hire an expert. So just like you get in a car accident, you call an attorney, which charges way higher fees than a public adjuster do.
Yeah, it's true.
But we actually will do all the work for you, and then we make sure that you treat it fairly. So most people pay fee for services, and we make sure you get enough money, even after our fee, to put your house back together.
Yeah.
Of course, there's some times that people have high deductibles that we can't control, and they are liable for the deductibles.
Right.
But majority of the time, we get anywhere from 400 to 1,200% higher returns using public adjuster, especially us, than going without representation.
And I think that's the answer. I think the answer is that you do get a lot more money for people. I know when my mother's house in Florida burnt down to the ground. This is one of those occurrences that almost never happens. I mean, literally burnt down to the cement ground, which was the cement, the foundation, cement foundation, and that's it. There was nothing left. And using a public adjuster, she was able to get that claim paid properly. She was able to stay, another house for a year while they rebuilt the house. So everything was much, much better for her because she went through a public adjuster. I mean, it would have been a nightmare for her. Absolute nightmare for her. And this was a wild one, too. This was a weird story where she had a Mercedes. It was an ML 150, I think it was. And this particular year of ML 150s had a history of catching fire because the electric cables, however they weren't strong enough, whatever it was, right? So sure enough, my brother drives into the garage, shuts the car off, bars the car, shuts the car off, and it shuts off really weird. He said it shut off really weird. And then he goes into the house, and one of the neighbors comes running and knocks on the door and says, "There's smoke coming from your garage." So what does my stepdad do? He opens the garage, and of course he opens the garage and woof.
You bring
the fire goes, backdraft, right? The fire goes up, right? And he actually, I don't know how he does this, but he gets into the Mercedes and he gets the car he pulls the car out of the garage, which I don't know how he did it. He's dopey for doing it.
He pushed it maybe, I don't know.
I don't know what he did, but he got it out of the garage. But it was too late. The garage was already on fire. So the car burned on the driveway and the rest of it. So the whole house went down, and sure enough, nobody was hurt, thank God. But the house was leveled. So, and they used a public adjuster just like what you do. So I'm so glad that that you guys exist. And every claim I've ever had, public adjuster has done much better for me than I could have done by myself. So thank you. So Peter, why don't you tell people how they can get a hold of you?
Well, they can call me directly, 267-392-9907. That's 267-392-9907. Or email us at P like Peter, B like Bond, pbadjusting@gmail.com.
All right, very cool, man. Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you being a sponsor, and I appreciate all you do. And I will see you maybe tomorrow night in class.
I doubt it.
Tomorrow night?
Oh, probably
Monday.
not. Yeah, tomorrow. Not only is it Monday, but it's also Peter's probably going to be out there, doing claims.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. You probably won't be.
Yes, I'll be
I probably won't see you all week, actually. Right. All right, Peter. Thanks so much. We got to go over to. Let's go over to Nancy. She said she needs some financial advice. What's going on, Nancy?
Larry. How are you?
I am awesome. Tell me about your situation.
Excellent. We are at retirement age, and we are a financial wreck.
So is everybody else. Don't worry
I don't know
about
what
it.
we're supposed to do.
All
Well,
right.
we are worried about it. So I'm 64. The hubby's 66. We've had our own businesses.
Okay.
We had SEPs.
Okay. Great.
So we did, put some stuff away.
Okay. Good.
We have, roughly, I guess, 300,000.
Okay.
And maybe a little bit more. That's with a financial consultant.
Yeah. Oh, sorry
We've
to hear
been
that.
with him for 30 or 40 years. Yeah, the return hasn't been that great.
No, of course
so
not.
then, we have maybe 100,000 of our own. And I've been doing a little investing lately, and have to figure out what we're going to do in order to survive.
Yeah. So you're so it's not uncommon. Look, here's the good news. The good news is you guys are still young enough that you could do something else, another business or another job, to collect more money to put aside. So that's the good news, right? But the better news is there's so many solutions. I mean, if you've got a few $100,000, like you're saying, there's so many solutions to make more money on your money, and you need to learn how to do that right away. This is exactly what we do in investor schooling. Our average client is someone like yourself, with anywhere from 100,000 to $1 million tucked away, and says, "Hey, this isn't enough for retirement." And it may not be enough for retirement, but we certainly show them how to make more money with it than they can, so they possibly can have a better retirement. You got plenty of time too. Do you have, besides the SEP, do you have any other money put away anywhere?
As I said, we have, maybe 100,000.
Okay.
The liquid that we could access.
Okay, good. All right. So at
I
least
mean, the best thing I did in the past. Please.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
You're the expert. Go.
No, you were saying the best thing you did in the past was what?
When when everybody trashed Elon Musk and his stock went down to 200 a share.
Yeah.
I bought a bunch of it,
That's
and now
brilliant.
it's back up at 4 something. I wish I put 20 or 30,000 into that.
Okay. So you made some money. That's okay. It's funny. I say the same thing about the Trump trade. So listen to this. Everybody listen to this. Anytime Trump trashes something or something he says causes the stock market to go down, buy like crazy that day. I mean, even this tariff thing the other day with Greenland, right? It was. I was laughing. I was over the boat. I'm laughing because I'm like, oh, this is just typical Trump saying something that probably won't happen anyway. And sure enough, the next day, he reverses it, and the stock market goes roaring back. And those are great plays. So anytime Trump says something, it's a great play. I call it the Trump play. So that's one. So you did that with Tesla, which is fantastic. That's great. So we're going to teach you. We would do is we would teach you how to make more money with your money, and that's really what we do. We have. Have you heard about the covered calls that we've been teaching people?
I'm not sure what you just said, but I do want to show up at your Thursday. I do want to come to your Thursday class, but I'm in Upper Bucks County.
So what?
What is Upper
So
Bucks
I know
County?
in the past you've said.
What are you, Quakertown?
Yeah, further. Yes.
Yeah. So
But,
that's not so bad. It's
I know in the past you've said, we can do. Yeah, you can do them online.
Right.
But you always say you should at least show up once.
Right, you should, especially if you're close enough like you are.
So everything you're saying so far, okay, make you...
Hi, Omri.
Hi. Make you the best person and the most coachable person to be in investor schooling. Because you're listening and you remember and you're following the guidance, everything you said so far. So I really don't understand. Why won't you come?
Come this Thursday.
I promise you, everything you said, it's mind-blowing to me. Everything you say show that you are... Because we have people that come here and they keep repeating the same mistakes. You acknowledge your mistakes. You know what you need to do. You just need the guidance. Come, we'll give you the guidance.
Yeah. What he said.
I will do it. We'll meet in person at one of these.
No, not one of these.
Exactly.
This Thursday. What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Listen, do you wish you started your financial plan sooner?
Everything is... Oh, well, I wish that we had done better when we were younger and making tons of cash.
Okay, so now you have an opportunity to say, hey, I'm going to draw the line in the sand this Thursday and show up to investor schooling, or I'm going to make the same mistake again and wait too long. Which would you like to do?
And I don't think what you just said is true. I don't think you wished you make more money. I think you wished you made better money decisions.
She sort of did say that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's two different things.
Yeah. But the real issue is now she's doing it again. So basically, Nancy, you're what the industry has called a procrastinator.
Don't curse her.
That's me.
How's that working out for you so far?
Well, it's not.
Well, maybe you should show up
Obviously, or I
this
wouldn't have called you.
Thursday.
Okay, you know what? You're on my computer at home. I'll sign up and I'll show up, and you'll see me in person.
All right, you ready? Omri, how much you want to bet she doesn't show up? I got $20 says she doesn't show up.
I bet you $20.
$20 she does not show up.
I bet you the $20.
$20 says she doesn't show up.
No, not $20.
No, because this is common. This is typical. This is. I want to change my life, but I want my life to change for me. I don't really want to change my life.
No, $20. Can we do dinner?
Dinner?
In the French place
in the French place? Okay. Okay. We got the French place. Right. What's it called? I forget the name of the place, but yeah, the French place.
The bakery, whatever
Yeah,
it is.
I forgot what it's called. But
whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Dinner,
if she shows up, I pay.
Mm-hmm.
If she does, if she shows up, I pay. If she doesn't show up, you pay.
If she shows up, because you don't think she shows up.
Yeah, she won't show up.
If she shows up, okay, you pay.
Right, that's what I just said.
Okay.
And if she doesn't show up, you pay.
Sure.
All right.
Done.
Hey Nancy, thanks so much. I'm about to get. By the way, you got to talk close to your microphone. Glenn's yelling at you. Okay, hold on. I got to shake on it.
Yeah,
that's it. We shook on it.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Because I'm. You know what? Your financial life is going to stay the same, and I'm going to get a free dinner. So this is great.
Listen, I don't care. I will have a dinner with my friend regardless.
No. You're paying for it because she's not going to show up.
No, I'm saying I don't care to pay.
This is the typical procrastinator.
You need to understand.
How come the rich get so rich and I just sit here and nothing really happens in my life? Because you don't show up.
That's me. I'm saying that.
Well, okay. So good. So now, okay, get off the program and go and take your $300,000 and divide it by the next. I don't know. What do you got? Like another 30 years? So what's that? $10,000 a year. Come up with a plan how you can live on $10,000 a year.
I don't have 30 years. We're already in our 60s.
Okay, so you got 20 years. Okay, good. You'll have a little bit more money then. Instead of having $10,000 a year, you'll have $12,000 a year.
You can do it.
So $1,000 a month. All you gotta do is figure out how to live on $1,000 a month. But don't worry about it because I hope you were contributing to Social Security.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, good. Now you'll have 1,000 plus about 800, so you'll have about $1,800 a month. That's great.
Oh no, that's not great.
well, I know a good way you could possibly fix that.
It will be great after Thursday.
Yeah. We'll see who gets the dinner, who gets to pay.
It doesn't matter.
What's amazing is she's so unconfident that she's so sure that you're buying dinner.
We are more.
Listen to her. She's not even saying, no, Omri, I'm going to make sure Larry buys you dinner. That's what she should be saying.
I'm more about the fact that you will do this step for your life. Can you come?
Well, it is my life. It is our life.
I know.
Thomas and I. You know, it's us.
You've heard the expression, right? You could lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
One?
Yeah.
Right? How about the other one?
Yes,
absolutely. How about this one? You can't want it more than they do? Nancy, I want your life to be wonderful. I want your financial life to be fixed, but I can't want it more than you do.
I want it.
You can do it.
Okay, we'll see what happens Thursday. Yeah,
we will see what happens on
Thursday.
We're gonna definitely, absolutely talk about it Thursday if you show up.
We will.
And if you don't show up, Omri's buying me dinner, so I don't care.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, fun. Enjoy the storm.
Hey, Larry.
Bye.
Larry, I think what you should tell Nancy is if she doesn't show up, you're going to talk about her next week. Nicely, but we're going to talk about her.
Why would I talk about her nicely? She didn't show up. What do I care?
Well, just to give her extra incentive to show up.
You know what? Hey, you know what, Nancy? Before you go, I want you to listen to these numbers. I took $50,000 and I put it into an account on January 1st, right? Mm-hmm. And the first month I withdrew, or made actually, $4,675. I bet your financial advisor can't make you that much money in 1 month on $50,000. The account was down to $48,385. I withdrew $39.08. In March, it was down to $47,000. I withdrew $45.50. In April, the account grew back to $50,000, and I withdrew $56.81. In May, it was down. It was as high as $53,000. I withdrew $48.11. In June, $55,000. I withdrew $45.50. Now, I want you to understand that this is still the original $50,000 I started with, right? So through the whole year, of all those numbers, actually my worst month was $27.25. Was the worst I drew in 1 month, and that was a 6% return. All right, and I drew for the whole year. I drew 103% profit for a total return of $51,752 off of $50,000, and I still have $47,544 on December 31st. You want to learn how to do that?
I listened to that show. I remember that show.
Yeah,
and I said, what is he doing?
Yeah. You want to learn how to do that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Omri, I might be buying you dinner. Depends on how badly she wants to learn.
She will come.
All right, now get out.
If you do, listen, bye-bye, boys. Be good for this storm. And if Omri, if you're buying Omri dinner, get him a nice bottle of champagne.
Nancy, don't worry, I will, because I can afford it.
Nancy,
because I do things like this, and I learned how to do it because I'm from Investor Schooling.
We will see you on Thursday.
All right.
And you will get the hug from me.
See you then, boys.
Bye.
All right, thanks. Go to investorschooling.com. By the way, we like
what?
Well, we're out of time.
Oh my God!
Nancy took all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Nancy, all we did was try to convince Nancy to get a free class.
A free class.
Hey, I want my life to change. I don't know what to do. Take a free class.
A free class to you. It's a free dinner for me.
At Investor Schooling,
we
right?
need a banner.
I mean, really?
We need a banner.
Wow. It's like, I mean, how difficult is this? Oh, exactly. I want my life to change. All right. Anyway, I want to thank all the listeners for listening. I especially want to thank Nancy for having a little bit of fun with us.
Yes.
I want to thank all the callers who called in. I want to thank Omri for showing up today on time.
Thank you.
We weren't sure if you were able to. Of course, we got to say, thanks to Dr. Deb to not be here. Wait, give me a minute. And of course, I want to say the thank you to Glenn Page, who is the most awesome producer ever. Go to investorschooling.com.
Yes.
That's investorschooling.com.
This program is paid for by investors.
Clear.
Programmers.
All right, you guys on Facebook, we're still here. We got another show to do.
WPHT or Odyssey.
If you got, check your phone if we got confirmation for showing.
Wait, hold on, I can't do that right now.
Powering your drive with 10 brands and 20 locations. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Philabundance is the region's largest hunger relief organization, serving more than 90,000 people each week. Almost a third are children. Help feed those in need at philabundance.org.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Your generator is 220 or 110?
TNC Supply.
110.
And app only.
110? How many watts?
Our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for
If you're on
everyone.
Facebook, just know we have another show coming up. It's the same thing. It's 2 hours here, but we break it into 2 1-hour spots. So if you're listening online, hang out.
Of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%.
Yeah, the number's the same.
Join over 1 million
said.
happy customers and hear the difference today by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
So, Omri, it's okay if you lean back. Just be a little cognizant of how far you're leaning back.
If you want to lean back, just bring the microphone with you.
Starting at 7 p.m. for the Bob Pantano's Saturday Night Dance Party.
Yeah.
Deptford, the Bob Pantano.
All right, here we go.
You're just running it for
exclusively on 98.1 HD2 and Bob Pantano Dance Party Radio on the Odyssey app. Driven by Echelon Ford.
Echelon.
This program is paid for by Investors Schooling. All opinions or statements expressed on the program are solely those of Investors Schooling or their guests and do not reflect the opinions of WPHT or Odyssey.
WPHT, WPHT-HD, WOGL HD3 Philadelphia. From the Piazza Premium Automobile Studios, powering your drive with 10 brands and 20 locations. Always live on the free.
You are hot.
Larry Steinhouse Show.
All right. By the way, during the intro, I was doing the Trump dance. I don't know if you saw that.
The Trump dance.
All right. Anyway, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Larry Steinhouse Show. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse, and today is already shaping up to be a special show. First things first, Dr. Deb is out today. She's on a cruise. Yep, a cruise, which means that she deserves it, of course, and it probably means that this Wi-Fi is not strong enough for her to call in. Anyway, where was I? Anyway, whatever. That's fine. All right, today we're diving into stock options, real estate, wealth building strategies, along with the latest economy.
Are you
Do you
good?
believe I actually read the word economy as economy?
Yeah, what's going on with you?
I think I'm hanging around you too long.
Yeah, it could be.
All right, politics and current events and how it all impacts your money and your financial future. Expect smart insights, practical advice, and just enough chaos to keep things interesting. Of course, we're broadcasting live from Investor Schooling headquarters with people learn how to invest in real estate, trade stocks, understand options, and actually build wealth instead of just talking about it. And don't forget, you can RSVP for a free class this Thursday at
investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
So, we actually transmit right from the studio, from where we are.
Underneath the classroom.
Right underneath the classroom, we have a studio that we built just for this. So if you ever want to tour the studio, let us know. It's a bit of a mess right now because we're actually renovating the whole building, and we're renovating next door. The offices are almost done. We actually bought the building next door so we could expand our offices because our offices were intruding on the classroom. Because we had so many people in here right now, so we had to move that. So we've got a new office, and that's almost done. I'm actually excited about that, Omri. Have you been next door and see it yet?
I don't acknowledge next door because I'm not going to be there.
Oh, that's right. We kept Omri on this side, and we moved all the offices over there because he's so loud.
Correct.
All right. So we're going to continue with the show in a couple of seconds, but I also want to thank our sponsors.
Yes.
Marketing agency near you, which is the team behind all our websites. So if you want a website that looks as good as our websites, such as investorschooling.com, SultanIncomeFund.com, LarrySteinhouse.com, and of course our charity Live27, you could actually go to yourfreeplan.com. That's yourfreeplan.com. And Dan, our website guy, the guy we hired, the company, marketing agency near you, will actually create something for you. So go to yourfreeplan.com and he will create something for you. I think it's a great thing to do. Of course, PB Adjusting, my friend Peter and his team help homeowners get more money from insurance claims. If you think your insurance company underpaid you, make sure you visit pbadjusting.com. I'm also going to tell you that we have a big storm coming tomorrow. And I'm telling you right now, if something happens, whatever it is, roof damage or your tree falls on your thing or you have a water leak because the pipes froze, whatever, I would go to a pbadjusting.com. That's pbadjusting.com and have Peter take care of that, take care of the claim for you because he knows what he's doing. Of course, there's the Sultan Income Fund. Invest with the Sultan. Collect like a king. It's for accredited investors only. And we used to say that it gave a return of 3 to 4% per month.
Don't say that.
But the attorney says we can't say that anymore. So we only say now that the returns are so high that our attorney says we can't tell you what they are. There's also Joe Keller at Cross Country Mortgage. And these guys are the only people I trust to get me a mortgage, especially for high-end complex deals over $2 million. Call Joe Keller directly at 215-817-9084. That's 215-810. No, I'm sorry. Let's do this one more time. 215-817-9084. 215-817-9084.
You won't regret it.
What?
I'm saying you won't regret it. He is very aware and with so much knowledge about all the mortgage industry.
Yeah, you interviewed him last week. That was pretty good. So tell me about how that interview went.
It went very good. I'm surprised. Sometimes some people, because of the age, they think they're wiser. He's actually wiser.
Oh, good.
Because he's so experienced, because in this field so long. He educated me with so many things during...
Oh, that's awesome.
I know. I was surprised. I was very, very, very surprised.
That's great. So I didn't listen to the show. I know I was away last week, and you did it and Debbie and I were both on the cruise. So you had interviewed Joe Keller because you needed you. It's always more fun when there's somebody else in the audience, right?
He presented a method of basically closing your mortgage faster by converting it to a line of credit.
To a HELOC.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's called a first position HELOC.
It's first position HELOC.
Right, which is a great idea.
But I didn't know that you can do the first position HELOC in case you have a mortgage.
No, you just have to pay the mortgage off. With the
but you can pay the mortgage out of the HELOC.
That's right, exactly.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I do.
I didn't know that.
It's called a first position HELOC.
It's crazy. It's crazy that you can use the HELOC.
No, it is a great idea, though.
That you just got to close the mortgage.
That's correct.
And just start to pay the HELOC.
Right, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, if you don't get the full amount, still do it anyway, and use the
second
HELOC.
Position,
and there's that's actually called velocity banking.
Yeah.
If you're using the HELOC to pay the original mortgage, which is kind of great. All right. Also, it's a call-in show. You can call us about anything financial, real estate, investing, stock options, mortgages, interest rates, good ideas, bad ideas.
Whatever you want.
Or just keep Omri, talking.
Yes. 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
All right. And, of course, Dr. Deb is out today. She's on a cruise. I was actually on the cruise with her, but I came home early. And I don't know if you heard the other show, but I came home early, and luckily...
No, it's because you missed us.
What?
It's because you missed us.
Yeah, that's exactly. I came home just because I missed you, Omri.
I appreciate you.
There was no other reason.
I know. I appreciate you.
But the good thing I came home because I came home at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had no heat in my house, which could have been a major disaster.
Mm-hmm.
No heat in my house because I ran out of propane. Do you believe that? I ran out of propane. I mean, I've never, of course, I only had one other house ever in my life that had propane, and I was on auto refill, and I thought I was on auto refill on this one, and somehow I wasn't. So I ran out of propane. It looks like, according to from what I can see on my Nest thermostat, it looks like I ran out of propane Tuesday. Now, here's something that I don't know if I said it before, but my Nest, I get
notifications,
a notification,
yeah,
and it said my house was -7 degrees, or it was down to 7 degrees.
7 degrees,
and I ignored it because I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah.
Now I still don't know if it was 7 degrees or not, but I should have paid attention.
So on Tuesday, as I told you the last hour, we had a huge cold wave. I was in Norristown actually at night, on Tuesday night, because I had a steam boiler that stopped working that
I hate that.
That night.
I hate it when the tenants do that. That's rough.
And it was.
What happens to a tenant?
I was there with the plumber, and we fixed it. We had to put a universal board because we couldn't get the board on time.
Wow.
So we bought another board, another control
and
board.
And it worked.
That's the universal board, and it's working right now.
That's great. Fantastic.
I know.
All right.
So that's what we're dealing with as landlord. But I can tell you that if I compare it to the numbers that we're doing right now in stock options and all that,
right,
I am not regretting any real estate decision I made. The only regret I have regarding real estate is things that I sold. Never things that I bought.
Right.
Never.
You always regret the ones you sold or the ones you didn't buy.
Yeah.
Right? You ever notice? Now, move the mic. Okay, I was gonna say move the mic closer to you because you just repositioned yourself.
Yeah.
There you go. Right. So yeah, it's right. It's funny. Like I can think about all the units that I didn't buy that we should have bought. Like even the 25-unit apartment building that we looked at a couple of years ago.
In Eddystone, I know.
Yeah, if we would have bought that, it'd probably be worth double now.
So I went with one of our students for a day. I have 2 students right now in the school that I'm trying to help to coach. I don't know how you want to call it, about properties they want to buy. One is very far from here, and the other one is here in Langhorne, and we have done half a day yesterday together, and it's a 7-unit building, a complex, whatever you want to call it, in Langhorne that apparently nobody knows about.
Really?
And I was there for an hour yesterday, and I was astonished. The price is very high. I found out that the price is very high.
Okay.
But it seems a place that somebody took very, very good care of.
All right.
And it was amazing. It was just amazing. I hope she's listening to us, our student. And if she wants, she can call. But I left there, and I think it's a very, very good decision. We have a guide. And I'm saying a guide because we call it the 1% rule, but the 1% rule is actually a guide.
Yeah, okay.
It is a guide.
I'll say that, sure.
So the 1% rule don't apply in this deal.
So explain the 1% rule to everybody.
And the 1% rule basically say that if you're buying a property at $100,000 and it's a rent-ready property, hopefully with a tenant already inside, you need to get $1,000 a month for this property. Now, there are other variables in this equation, some of them regarding to fixed expenses, how much you pay for insurance, how much you pay for taxes, how much you pay for maintenance, how much you pay for utilities, for the common or even for the units in case this is applicable. So it's only a guide that we are using. This is by the way what Larry is talking about, the 25 unit, or I think more, 27 maybe, apartment complex that we end up not buying. We end up not buying it because of the fixed expenses that were very, very high. In this case, the landlord paid everything. That's including the heat, the water for the building, and the taxes were very high, and the maintenance, you can say, or the monthly fixed expenses for this property were very, very high. I am adding to the 1% rule a rule on my own, and that is that I need to cover all fixed expenses in a property in 2 months of rent income. So if I have $1,000 a month, $2,000 should be enough for me to cover all my fixed expenses. Now,
I've heard you say that before, and it comes out to almost the same thing.
It doesn't, because it depends where you are. In this area where we are at right now, it will never work. And the problem with that is that you need, let's say, 3 months to cover all your fixed expenses. When it reached the
we're talking about fixed expenses before mortgage.
Before mortgage.
Right.
Before mortgage.
Because it makes a big difference.
Of course. Right. Of course. And then it doesn't make sense.
Right.
And we need to remember now that the interest is coming down a bit, and we see that the mortgage payment, the monthly payment are coming down a bit, people are very intrigued to do those deals. And I don't think it's very smart. Because what will you do? You always need to think about what will you do if tomorrow the interest go back up. Will you be underwater?
There's that, and there's also there's so many things you think about when you buy a property, whether it's a good deal or not. So, like, I'll give you a great example. So, somebody I know bought a mobile home park, not us, obviously. Somebody else bought a mobile home park, and they paid $600,000 for the mobile home park, and the rents that were coming in were like $13,000.
That's awesome.
Incredible numbers, right?
Very, very similar to us.
They wanted me. But hold on. They wanted me to invest with them and give them half the $600,000, $300,000, and we would own the park
as
together.
As a lender or owner?
Both
okay.
own the build, the units and the property. Now it was only 7 units. Okay, but when I did the math, I said, first of all, I looked at the property. I looked at the property values around it. And all the property values around this mobile home park, which is probably about double the typical lot size of another property, all the properties around it were between $100,000 and $150,000. That's what they were selling for.
What are they? Like
they were homes, single-family homes.
Single family,
right.
Okay.
So right away we're in a lower income area, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's getting incredible rents that I don't know if he could have maintained them or not maintained them. I don't know. So I actually said, I'm a little concerned about this because if they ever change the ordinance and say, hey, you can't make this a mobile home park anymore, you're not going to sell this thing for anything more than maybe $200,000. I said another one is every single trailer needed to be redone. It was just in terrible shape.
No,
but there were still rentals there.
Something doesn't make sense. You say $13,000 for 7 units. How they get such rent if they
got some crazy rents? And I said the same thing. I said, I don't think you're going to be able to maintain those rents,
especially if they're not renovated.
That's exactly what that's exactly what I said. So you're not going to be able to maintain those rents. Now it turned out that one of them was paying that, not all of them, and the lowest one was paying $1,000. But this is the numbers he came to me with. And then I looked at it and I said, okay, now the other thing that concerns me about this is, the fact that if rents go down, of course you got that. So I looked at the whole thing and I actually said no. Now I'm gonna tell you, there was something I didn't look at. Now you know what happened during the hurricane? It washed the place out.
Where was it?
It was in Florida also.
Where? Tampa?
I forgot what the name of the town. But it washed the place out.
Was too close.
He ended up selling it for $250. They lost their shirts on it.
Yeah.
And I just had a bad feeling about this one, and I stayed away from it because I didn't like the numbers. I didn't like the outs. If anything happened to this, what happens then? If anything happens to this, like our property, right? So our property in Florida, I looked at that property, the other one that he had, and I said, okay, if I built a house on this property, what can I get for the house? Maybe $300,000. If we build houses, we could build probably 6 to 8 houses on that property, right?
I think even more.
And we could build $1 million houses on that property.
No doubt.
So if we built $6 to $8 million houses that cost us, I don't know, even $400,000 to even $500,000 to build, we'd clean up.
So I believe in our property. If you do $1 million properties, you won't be able to do 8.
Okay, even if you did 6.
If you go exactly, if you do 6, or if you do, it needs to be bigger. It needs to be more exclusive. It needs to be more unique.
Yeah, I got you.
With bigger lots and all that.
Yeah.
We have our neighbors that built only 2 houses.
That's right.
But they ignored, I want to say 80% of the lot.
Right.
80% of the lot. And you look at that, and they build beautiful houses on the water, very much on the water, and the houses are on stilts, so they won't have to be worried every time there will be a flood.
Right. Well, the houses have to be built on stilts now. They won't let you build a house that's not on stilts. Now, when we say stilts, by the way, they're built on stilts, but what they do is they take the stilts and they encase the stilts with cement and
create garages or storage
and block, and then you can make garages under them. So this basically is a garage underneath the building, and then what they tell then they have what's called knockout blocks. So when the water comes through, the blocks knocked out, the water goes right through the garage, comes right out the other side, and doesn't stay in the house, so it doesn't flood the house. And then all you have to do at the end of the flood, is you have to clean it up with a power washer, and that's all you need, and it's fine as long as you didn't leave your car in there. But if you left your car in there, that's your own fault.
True.
So that's what we can do. That's why our park is so great. I mean, it does incredible rents.
We'll talk about the park if you want, maybe after the show.
That good, huh?
There are moments, but
there's
no doubt.
This is a stressful piece of real estate that we bought because there's a lot of little issues with it that we didn't know it, but it's nothing terrible.
No.
And we have the money, we paid the right number. We could sell it for more than we bought it for. So I'm not worried about it. I mean, I also think it's a great long-term investment.
I agree.
Now, the other one that we have, too, is the one in Richland Town. That this is a building that we bought. It's a 20,000 square foot feed mill. If you live in Richland Town, you know exactly which one I'm talking about. It's a $20,000 square foot feed mill that we have not had the time to even go there and talk about renovating, which, we put it up for sale just to see if somebody would buy it. Right now, nobody's buying it. It might be time for us to sit down and say, okay, let's make our decision on this and start doing something with it. I'd like to, get real architect plans. The architect we hired was terrible. We get real architect plans and we start to make decisions on what to do with it. Because I really think we need to. And I know you want to make it into a storage units. I want to make it into apartment units. And then everybody else, some of the people said we need to make it into a microbrewery. But whatever we do with it, I think we need to start moving forward. Now, obviously, we have the next 2 months of horrible winter, and I don't even want to think about it for the next 2 months. But after that, I want to start thinking about it because that's,
to happen, exactly.
I think it's going to be it could be a great legacy project.
I also want to see what will happen when, let's say around March or April, when the market will wake up a bit, and if we'll have other offers.
Yeah, we might. Yeah, and if we sell it, we sell it.
So that's
we're selling because we don't have time for it, but I think enough time has gone past that now we're going to start to have time for it again. We have the crew that did this. We have the crew that did the offices next door. We could always use them. They did a really good job in the offices next door. Yeah, they're a little messy. Did you notice that? But what's the difference? As long as they hand it to me clean, who cares?
With everybody, I know. Every contractor, always. That's the complaint.
Yeah, so I always found it interesting when I was doing my own repairs, like my own renovations. At the end of the day, I would clean up.
Me too, all the time.
Right, I would make it. I wouldn't leave a mess.
And you tell the contractor to do the same.
Right.
And they don't. And by the way, the guy I just hired for the park, who agreed, and he's our employee at the park right now, that's what I liked about him. He would leave the half an hour at the end of the day to clean up and organize.
Right.
He's removing roots, like dead roots from the ground.
Yeah.
He care about how the place looks.
Yeah, and part of
that's the thing. I had a contractor there, and there was also a plumber who left a bad water heater standing in the entrance to the park for months.
That's terrible.
And every time I told him about that, he didn't see what's the problem. That's why he didn't do anything with that. I said, listen, it doesn't matter. I'm the owner. I'm telling you right now, remove it.
Exactly.
You don't see the problem? I see the problem.
Yeah.
Remove the bloody water heater. I don't want this thing here.
Yeah, we're not slumlords. We don't want trash on our park.
It's not even slumlord because I'm not talking about the unit. I'm talking about how it looks.
Right, exactly. I know exactly what you mean.
Contractors that come to work and they kill the cigarette on the sidewalk in front of my house.
Right, and then the other thing too, the other thing, like I used to like to admire what it looks like while I'm building it, right? You know what I mean?
I know.
Like, ooh, now the floor is in. Wow, look how cool that looks,
the
right?
Progress.
And you can't when the contractor's messy.
Correct.
You got to see past all the mess. But I don't really care. We're gonna go. As a matter of fact, I want to go look next door because I haven't been here in a week. And I want to see how it's coming along because I think it's getting pretty close.
I'm dealing with my own landlord right now.
Oh, you have to. You must be a.
Where I
You
live.
must be a tenant from hell.
You think so?
Yeah, you must be.
Okay, why?
Because you're a landlord, and you using every single thing that the tenants do with you. You want to do it with your landlord.
No, I don't agree with that at all. So when my tenant have a problem,
right?
I take care of it.
Yeah, but the problems that you have are silly.
The problem that I
My
have...
cabinet door is worn. Who cares?
Leave it. I'm not... but I haven't complained about it.
Okay.
I said it to you, and that's why I'm looking at the house as temporary. She was in our house last Saturday. I actually talked about it during the show, and she said that the bathroom faucets are not leaking enough, so they need to be replaced. They're dripping every now and,
What?
Here.
What's dripping?
The faucet.
Okay.
In the bathroom. It's not dripping enough, so she's not replacing them.
Do you have the water bill? Or does she have the water bill?
Yeah, she sends it to me every month.
Okay, so tell her that you're not going to pay the water bill until she fixes the dripping.
That's a fight.
Yeah, but
that's all kind of stuff.
Or I'm going to pay half the water bill until you fix the dripping because the dripping is the water bill.
The heater that we have on the second floor between all our rooms is an old heater. And
Okay,
it's a
but
gas.
does it work?
It works very good.
Okay, so what would you do?
The problem we're having is the noise.
Oh.
So I did and it wakes up my kids at night. Every time the pilot starts and it kicks in with the gas, it's a big
Does it
noise.
rattle?
It's not rattle, but it's like you will come and you will see and you will judge.
Okay.
There are all kind of small...
That's not something. See, if my tenants call, so I'm really sorry. I can't.
I know, but
and you would do the same thing.
But that's the thing. I said one time, I'm not complaining about it again and again. I said one time, and she can do whatever I want. Dripping faucets, for
dripping
example,
faucets need to be fixed. First of all, that doesn't make any sense.
I have a dryer.
Just don't pay the water bill.
I have a dryer that the dryer drum has glides around it.
Yes.
Those glides wear over time.
Right.
They're made of Teflon.
Yeah, right.
In my dryer, those glides are very worn. So when the dryer works, you can hear it from every point in the house. So I closed the door and all that, but I told her, and she don't want to fix it.
So you know what I do?
So,
I told you about this when I do it washers and dryers, right?
I do, but listen, to me, the dryer is in the lease. That's it. You don't put your dryers in the lease. You give them at the dryer, and you said, 3 months, it's okay with me, but after 3 months...
1 month.
1 month. After 1 month,
right. So
it's on you.
The washer and dryer's here, and I said you can use it, and I'll guarantee it works for a month. After that, it's on you.
What your lease say?
Pretty much that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the lease say that she's responsible for the washer and dryer.
Well, then now she's responsible for the washer and dryer.
Same thing.
Right.
I have a.
Because I found the biggest problems I had with tenants were washers and dryers.
Correct. I have a.
Because they put rugs in them. They clean their boots with them. And then they're like, well, it doesn't work anymore. Like, yeah, I know. Well, the guy came and fixed it and he found parts of your rug everywhere.
Listen, I have a dishwasher that leaks.
Really?
Now, the dishwasher is like 25 years old. Okay? So beside the fact that the racks for the silverware are broken, that you see that you have rust because the cover around the trays is fading and all those things. It's leaking on the floor. I have to put a rug when I put the dishwasher.
That's a nightmare.
All those things.
Yeah, that needs to be replaced.
And you know what? You warned me about that because of my landlord.
Right.
I'm not sure if it's okay to say that on the radio.
It's not.
I think
Don't say it.
I think I said that last week when you weren't here. So it's for me to blame. But it's a really, really big problem.
Yeah, so landlords who they don't put a lot of money into their properties and they just want to collect rent, that's the kind of landlord they are. And that's not. I wouldn't do that. I mean, those faucets would be replaced. The dishwasher would be replaced. The heater, I would say, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do.
Listen, I was at my rental property until 10 p.m. on Tuesday. because there was no situation in my mind that in this weather the tenant will be without heat.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, I have to find a
That's
solution.
exactly right.
And I will tell you another thing.
Yeah.
On Monday, I was there and I made sure she have space heaters.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's part of all. Right. We are in a business of taking care of human beings.
That's correct.
And
if once you think that, and once you start, when you become a landlord and say, I'm in the business of taking care of my tenants or people, human beings, that's when your landlording business becomes better. That's when your tenants become better.
You need to
and
know.
that's when you become a successful landlord.
Correct.
When the tenants give you a hug and say, thank you for being here till 10 o'clock at night and fixing my heat.
Correct. That's exactly one of our biggest argument was about the AC repair in Ruskin one time.
Yeah, right.
And this guy was the opposite. This tenant basically was the opposite because he refused to follow instructions.
Right.
And that's why we kept having problem with the AC there. Now we had another tenant.
By the way, if you're watching online, you're watching me yawn.
Yeah.
I just need to let you know that
I didn't sleep.
I flew 18 hours last night. Came up at 2 o'clock in the morning to no heat. I was up all night putting wood in a fireplace to keep my wife and myself warm enough to try to sleep. So I think at this point my body is just finally giving up.
Okay.
So I'm not being rude to Omri, and I'm not a guy who yawns in the middle of the day. It's just that I am just at that point. So my apologies if you're watching this online.
And I'm not boring.
And Omri's definitely not boring. Omri's annoying, but not boring. No.
So you want to go? So that's the thing. If you are a landlord, take good care of your tenants.
So let's do this. Let's grab Todd online. What's going on, Todd?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Hey, Omri.
Hey, how are you?
I just wanted to say, I'm doing well. You got some great people there. Omri did a great job last week, and Jonesy's a great guy.
Awesome.
So you definitely have great people. You mentioned the mobile home because I'm thinking of Tampa.
Yeah, sure.
How did you get? Was that your first mobile home park?
So it was my first mobile home park. It turned into two because we bought the one next door. But it was my first. It was our first mobile home park. Now I had some experience with mobile home parks with a friend of mine who used to tell me all the things he was doing with it. But it's not. It's just like any other. It's just like buying an apartment building. You've got multiple units or a multifamily house. You got multiple units. Only this time they're in separate places and not sharing the same roof, right? So that's basically the same, but then of course mobile homes, you quickly learn two things. One is the tenants that you attract with mobile home parks are very different than what you thought, right? Like normally, somebody has a 650 credit score, I just question them a little bit more. If they have a 650 credit score for mobile home park, I'm like, yay, that's awesome! Wow, I know. If they have a 600 credit score, we're excited. It's like the average person with the mobile home park, and it's average. Remember, we do have some people that have bigger credit scores, but it's usually between like 530 and 580.
Yeah.
And
start with the 4. With the 4.
Well, I said average,
Yeah.
but what we found, the other thing too that's interesting, and I'll get back to your question in a minute, but the other thing that's interesting too about the tenants, when we look at their credit, we realize that it's not so much like it's not as bad as it looks, but it's just really bad because they don't have any credit card, so there's nothing to bring their credit up. They made one bad payment somewhere, or 2 years ago they had a couple of bad payments, and it's just their credit. It's when you read into it, it's not as bad as the number. So because I teach credit, I look at it, I go, okay, let me see what happened here. And there are people who they owe $47 to Verizon and they won't pay it, and if they paid it, their credit score will come up 50 points. They just don't get it. So it's stuff like that. But all right, so Todd, what do you want to know about mobile home parks?
No, it's something that, because for one, it's not in Cleveland, so it just seemed like a way of investing outside of Cleveland, and it sounds like it might have been a little more affordable than looking for an apartment building.
So it's not. It's just exactly the same thing, and the techniques of buying the mobile home park and buying an apartment building are exactly the same thing. We bought both of these with seller financing, a partial seller financing, and partial private money lenders. In fact, both of them. The first one we closed, we got 14. Was it 14 or 24,000 back? I think we got 24,000 back.
The first one was 15. The other one was over 100.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Right. So so we got 15,000 back on the first one, we got over 100,000 back on the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And the cash flow. So, we get free money. And we got a lot of free money. So it's the same exact methods. We bought it with absolutely no money out of our pocket. We got money back. And that's what we need to that's what you need to learn how to do. It's how you acquire the real estate that matters more importantly than what the real estate is. Then there's some people who say, hey, you should buy real estate cash. I totally disagree with that. I think that's the worst thing you could ever do. All right, man.
I don't have the cash, so I'd have to.
Yeah, exactly. So all you need to do is just learn how. And it's funny, if you use money from private investors, you don't need good credit either. So you can actually have bad credit. You can have no money, and you can go buy a piece of real estate, no problem. And guess what? Guess where you can learn how to do that, Todd?
No, go ahead.
Guess where you can learn how to buy a house with no money?
Of course, with us, yes.
InvestorSchooling.com. That's. Go ahead, say it, Todd.
Well, what?
Say InvestorSchooling.com.
InvestorSchooling.com.
There you go. So if you guys want to learn how to do that, you can do it. You have mobile home parks, apartment buildings. It doesn't matter. Whatever years you're buying. Listen, my next venture is probably going to be a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And my next big thing will probably be a hotel, and I will buy that with no money out of my pocket also. And I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
All right, Todd, you keep up the good work. We'll see you in Tampa.
Wait, are you any chance you're going to join us
He's going to be
for
in Tampa.
Money Hacks?
He's going to be in Tampa. He's going to join us for Money Game.
Okay, that's awesome.
He's going to join us for Money Game.
Yeah. Okay,
cool.
Yeah.
And make sure you went VIP. If not, call
Right,
up
you.
Rich and go back to being VIP. All right, man. Thanks so much for calling. We appreciate you.
All right.
Hey, Glenn, why don't you take us to a commercial so maybe I could yawn out some of this tiredness?
Yes.
This is Larry Steinhouse.
You're clear.
Thank you. And tell you everything we do in 30 seconds. So you need to come to class this Thursday night, and you need to learn and spend some time with us to see how you can make more money than you've ever made before. That's right. We'll teach you ways that you've never even heard of to make money. So go to InvestorSchooling.com and sign up for this Thursday night's class. Take your complimentary class this Thursday. That's InvestorSchooling.com. We'll see you there. Hi, this is Larry Steinhouse, and I want to let you know that I buy houses. I buy houses from people that may be a tired landlord, maybe somebody who's having trouble selling their house, or maybe someone who needs to sell their house quickly. Well, all you need to do is call 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137, and I promise to answer the phone and help you with your situation. That's right, your house may be cluttered. It may be a house that a relative left you, or it may just be a house you just want to get rid of. 855-939-1137. Hi, this is Larry Steinhouse, and I want to tell you about a charity we formed called Lev 27. Lev 27 is a charity that helps people stay in their homes. Look, sometimes life happens. Many people live paycheck to paycheck, and if suddenly something happens and they can't afford to pay their rent, we will step in and help them. We'll even cover any legal fees to keep them in their home. Go to lev27.org, that's lev27.org, to find out how you can help or make a donation. Thank you. Hey, this is Larry Steinhouse. Do you want to become a public adjuster and take control of your career? My friend Peter Bodorenko, he runs Public Adjusting Academy, and he's hosting a complimentary class to show you exactly how to get started. Learn the ins and outs of the industry, gain valuable skills, and start your journey toward a rewarding career, helping people get the claims they deserve. Sign up today at adjustingacademy.com or call 267-392-9907 to reserve your spot. That's adjustingacademy.com.
All right, we will be back in 30 seconds.
All right. 9907. Don't miss this opportunity.
Are we having fun?
Uh-huh. Attention, the business person chooses. Dan Jones and his team at marketing agency near you make it happen. PR coverage, media.
Our hard out will be 5930 again.
Yeah. They also handle our.
I know Omri likes hearing the words hard out too.
I love when it's hard in.
My entire profession is laden with sexual innuendo.
And plan now at.
I can't say anything.
That's yourfreeplan.com.
All right, here we go.
One that people can't stop noticing.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling.
Oh, yeah.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Larry Steinhouse Show. I am Larry Steinhouse. I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. I am here with my co-host, Omri Morad, and we're having a good time. We're talking about the storm. We're talking about weather. We're talking about I know. We talked about apartment buildings. We talked about mobile home parks.
We talked to stocks a bit.
We talked about how to make money. So, what else? You guys, anybody out there want to learn how to make money? If you want to learn how to make money, what's the best way to do that?
They call us 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137. If they don't want to call us, they can go directly to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com, and we'll be very happy to invite them for a free class this coming Thursday here at Investor Schooling. Go to investorschooling.com and start the journey for your financial freedom.
All right, so what's the phone number again?
That's 855-939-1137. 855-939-1137.
I have to tell you something, Omri.
Talk to me.
Both shows, Kimmy has been looking for attention from you. She wants you to say hi to her. So make sure you say hi to Kimmy.
I will.
Now.
Hey, Kimmy.
That's it, huh? Oh, man.
I
told you she's
Kimmy.
your number one fan.
I don't know why she don't come anymore.
Kimmy is your number one fan.
I know, and I love
Kimmy always
Kimmy.
watches us on YouTube, which is fantastic. Thank you so much. She always watches on YouTube, and she's an awesome person, and she's a lot of fun. She's just a great student. She's also learning a bunch of things.
Agreed.
But,
we love Kimmy.
You ignored her, and she's your number one fan.
I didn't ignore her. Are you done?
You saw her come up on the feed.
No. Are you done?
No.
Thank you. Do you want to talk about stocks for a bit?
What do you want to talk about? Oh, I want to talk about Meta. Meta was a play, man. Wow. Meta. So
now it's a play.
It was a play when it hit 600 or 603, which I knew. And, I didn't think it was going to go much lower than 640.
Mm-hmm.
And it went down to 630, then 620, then 610. And I'm panicking because I have a bunch of it in the fund, but I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like I know where it's going. So I predicted Meta would close before earnings, which is in 5 days. It would close somewhere above 700 before that. Now, it may not close. It may close, maybe 680, 690 at this point because it went down so much. But I knew it would happen. It just happened a little bit later than I thought. It went down further before it went back up. Now, Meta was a great play, and I'm going to make some money on Meta because of this play. But what a great comeback story to see it go from 600 to now 650. Or even 660. I think it was 665 the other day.
So I want to show you the other side.
Yes.
Okay, because I find comfort, in Excel sheets and QuickBooks.
Okay.
And Excel sheets.
Okay.
And QuickBooks.
Okay.
And Excel
and QuickBooks and Excel?
Yes.
And did you say that to again one more time? I'm not sure.
So I started the stock options late. I started to do the covered call test, the covered call
right.
late. I started in the middle of September.
Okay.
Okay. So
how much did you put in?
I put 40,000.
Okay.
Not much.
No, that's okay.
But that's what I started with.
And how much did you make between now and then, or then and now?
Are you done?
No.
Thank you. On October 6th, which is the first week of October, I collected $1,370. $1,370.
Okay,
right. On November, $2,827. December, $2,966. And in January, $2,872.
Okay.
Okay.
Total of?
The total of $13,166.
So you put in $40,000.
Correct.
And in 5 months, you withdrew...
a third of the account.
You withdrew $13,000.
$13,000 more.
How much do you have left?
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Okay, and I want to tell you why. My account, because of two main bad decisions, one by me,
right.
one because I listened to other people, was down. Now, this month, it's because of Rivian. Back then,
which
account...
Which we told you not to invest in.
And back then, I followed others, and I lost with AT&T.
Oh, okay.
AT&T
is not so bad, though. You bought it at 30, and it's at 27 or 25, right?
No, I think it was 24 or something like that.
Okay.
But it's a higher stock. So, with those two losses, my account right now is at $32,795.
Okay, so you withdrew $13,000. Your account went down to 32.
To 32. Now we talk about margin. We talk about all that. So after all the loss, which we basically ignore most of the time.
So 32 isn't a loss, by the way. It's just a fluctuation.
Correct. So after the 30, after you include the fact that that my account value, let's say that my account value dropped in $7,200, I'm still ahead at 15%. After I include everything, I'm still 15%.
In 4 or 5 months with 2 bad decisions.
With 2 bad decisions, you can say in 5 months.
Right. So here's the thing.
In 5 months.
The number you just gave, the 32,000 number, that's not a real number. That's the problem.
Because you
can't. But you can only use that number on the first day of the month. You can't. The number. If you wrote that number in today,
thank you.
The number means nothing.
Why are you interrupting me? It's my job to interrupt.
But I just want you to understand that that's how this works.
Correct. And
what will happen is because the time value of what you sold hasn't been fully calculated yet.
Correct. And
so
we
you
are
won't
right
see
now.
That until Friday.
We have a week. Exactly. We have a week right now to go through, and we predict with what we see right now that because the market is low right now, it will recover by the first week of
that's number one.
February.
That's number one. And number two, the amount of money that you actually made, how much did you make this month?
Low.
Okay, well, whatever it was.
Low, like 20, 24, I believe, but...
Okay, so $2,400. That's pretty good for $40,000.
But I have more because I have another $690 in dividends from Verizon.
There you go. Oh, nice. But the money that you made, 26. What did you say? 2,600 you made?
24 this month.
24. So you haven't realized that money yet.
It's inside.
Right, it's not there yet. So it actually your account will probably go up another $1,300.
No, it's not true. It's already there.
Not all of it.
Why not all of it?
Because it doesn't show up that way. It doesn't show up. It shows up in your buying power. It doesn't show up in your actual account value.
No, but so wait. We need to talk about that.
Sure.
If I go to transaction history, I see it as completed with the full amount.
Right, but you don't see it in your balance of your positions
until it expires.
Until it expires.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why you have to be. That's why a lot of people get confused by that because you're like, well, I made $2,500, but I don't see the $2,500.
Is it the same?
It doesn't appear.
Is it the same way with the margin interest?
Yeah,
that you don't see it until
the end of the month.
Okay.
When they take it, right?
Okay.
So yeah.
So I'm looking at the transaction history, and I was pretty sure it's like a general ledger.
Yeah.
When it's posted, it's posted.
It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
It's kind of it's very interesting how it works. It's a credit or a debit, but it doesn't count towards your amount of money. But anyway, this is complicated stuff. You're making this more complicated than it is. All of this is so simple to do.
I didn't. I only tried to make the point.
I know, but I'm just saying it's so simple to do that people don't need to sit here and listen to us talk about how the numbers get calculated.
And I want to say that even with bad decisions, sometimes, okay,
you're still going to make money. A lot of it.
Where I am right now, that if it will continue, we're talking about 30% a year.
Yep.
At least.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. No, you're going to make more than that. You'll probably do close to 80%.
So it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. I know.
So we did a fund. So the fund, so far, per a share.
Do you want to go eat pizza after the show?
What?
Do you want pizza after the show?
I can't. I have to go home. I have to I just have stuff to do.
But I'm hungry.
Well, fine.
Okay.
So wait, do I have this number here? Per share. Oh yeah. So per share, since the fund started, the fund started in August. So per share, which is $100,000 a share. Per share, they made $18,585 so far. That's just since August on their money. So they made almost 20% on their money in about 6 months.
Yeah.
Right, and that you got to remember that's their share. That's what they get. So the fund made double that, right? So the fund made $36,000 on 5 million. I'm sorry, per share. So per 100,000 that was in the fund. The fund made $36,000. The people got $18,000 of that, which is fantastic. It's an incredible number. I mean, they still can't believe it. But when we teach, and the funny thing that the fund, we actually teach exactly what we do in the fund. In fact, with some of our programs, with the program called the Onyx program. So if you want to come to investor schooling, the greatest program you can get is the Onyx program. It's expensive, but it's the best program. The Onyx program lets you sit in and watch us trade the fund money. So you actually sit down, you actually come to my basement, or you can do it online, and you watch us trade the money. And when Brian and I trade, Brian is the assistant fund manager. When Brian and I trade, we have conversations about what we're going to trade, and you're going to learn things about the stocks and learn things about how we pick these stocks that we're going to trade, and it'll absolutely blow your mind. I mean, the last Onyx Club meeting, the last 15 minutes was really intense because we were trying to decide over 2 stocks which one to get, and we did some math, and we figured this out. And when we were done, we're like, okay, this is the one, and we bought it. And it's a lot of fun, it really is. You learn how to do it by watching, and we'll also do it for you in your account for free. It's a whole other issue. Matter of fact, I actually say it's the only program in the world that guarantees you'll make money the first month on your money.
Yeah,
we guarantee you'll make money the first month. If not, I don't care. I'll give you money back. That's how the first month I'll show you that you'll make money.
That's how confident you are.
No, it's not even confidence. It's more than confidence. It's almost like it can't not happen. You know what I mean? It just can't. You have to make money on your money the first month, because if you don't, then you did something. Literally, you pushed the buttons wrong. You didn't. It wasn't. Like you didn't calculate something wrong. You pushed the buttons wrong.
Yeah.
So if you push the buttons the way we tell you to push the buttons, you will absolutely make money.
The way we describe it here, people don't believe it, but it is true. That's the way it works, and that's the way it is.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe, come to Investor Schooling, and we will show you exactly how it works.
Yeah. See, they have all these shows on PHT, right? They have all these shows that talk about, products that they sell, mostly the crappiest product on the planet, which is called the annuity. By the way, annuities, why annuities are so good? You know why registered reps like annuities so much?
Why?
Because they make the most commission on them.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's amazing to me that they can actually say that. We like them so much, and the reason is they make so much commission on them. Now, it's almost never that you should buy an annuity. Now, when I say almost never, there are times you should buy an annuity. The only time you should buy an annuity is if you're going to instantly annuitize it. What that means is, let's say, great example is...
You want to take the money out.
No. Great example is, let's say you have a child who is handicapped, right? Mm-hmm. And they need money for the rest of their life. So you have a life insurance policy, you die, and you tell the person who becomes the custodian of the child to annuitize the life insurance. So let's say it's $1 million, and you annuitize the life insurance. It'll pay that child's monthly expenses for the rest of their life if you annuitize it. So you instantly annuitize it. Same thing, you can buy an annuity. Maybe you have a certain amount of money. That's all you have to your life, and you need a certain amount to live, and you don't care about growth. You don't care about you care about security, and that's the most important thing. You're going to buy an annuity, and you're going to get paid the very next month if you do it that way. But if you buy an annuity now with the hope to get paid 10 years from now, it's the worst investment you can put your money in. You lose so much money on your money. It's the worst thing you can do. So don't ever do that unless you're going to instantly annuitize that money. And any financial advisor is telling you otherwise is just greedy. They're like, "Ooh, I can't wait. I can make a lot of money off of this guy because he has $500,000. He's going to put in an annuity. I made a whole bunch of money." Well, how about making money for your client? That now, if the client decides 3 years from now, because he comes to Investor Schooling and learns how to really do something with his money, he's going to get penalized. So you actually give the guy, for example, you give the guy $100,000, and you say, "Listen, I want my money back." He gives you $92,000 back. So and you're like, "Wait a minute, what happened? I gave you $100 3 years ago. Why are you giving me $92 now?" Because that's how it works.
Let me be honest with you. I believe that there was more to it back then. When the interest was that low, they had a product to push. Now I have a question for you.
No, what happened was annuities, the way they're supposed to be.
It was the most safe.
No.
The safest.
So you said back then, let me tell you what annuities were created for. Annuities were created for instant annuitization. And some financial advisor along the way figured out that he could get paid on this money and early. So if somebody's 40 years old, instead of waiting for them to be 65 and selling them an annuity, they could now figure out how to sell a 40-year-old annuity, and that's how they figured it out. They figured out how to sell a 40-year-old annuity by saying, "Oh, you put your money with us, and it's safe, and you make no money on your money, and you lose all your money. You lose lots of your money if you decide you change your mind, but we don't really care because you don't need the money till you're 65."
I'm curious if they ask the person if they need the money. Because if someone don't need the money, right, there could be a disease.
So if they don't need their money, why would they put it in an annuity and they could put it in so many other places that will make them more money?
So let me go with my point.
Sure.
Okay? We are at times right now that the banks are offering 4 to 4.25%, 4.5%.
Yes.
Okay, on a CD.
Yeah.
On a CD.
Would be better than an annuity.
Can I? Now, you can. The point is, some banks, and my bank is one of them, they offered what's called a flexible one. So they will still allow you to take the money out.
Talking about a CD.
In a CD.
Okay.
You don't need to lock it for a year. You will take the money out. It's let's say something happened. You have a huge medical bill. Someone is sick.
Sure.
Whatever. You need the money now.
Yeah.
And you will get the portion of the interest.
Isn't that amazing?
So if
in an annuity, they tell you they got to lock it up for 10 years.
Exactly. And
10 years, and you lose money every year that you don't do. And there's no way you can. There's no hardship or anything.
It's not that. If something happened and you need the money, what's your penalty?
An annuity?
Yeah.
Anything from 10 to 1%, depending on how many years you're in it.
Exactly. That's the point. So you think about that. You consider the fact that after the commission, after everything, how much money do you make on it?
Not a lot.
Exactly. What? 2%?
Not a lot.
I don't know.
So we had this student. We call him 0.41. You know who 0.41 is?
Yeah, I know exactly who it is.
Yeah, 0.41. No, that's not him. No, it's Patrick's father.
Okay.
So
okay.
we call him 0.41 because, his financial advisor had been telling him over and over and over again he was making 7 or 8% a year on his money.
I remember the
over
story.
and over and over again.
Yeah.
And then we did the math. You know what it turned out to be? 0.41. So he was making 0.41, and his financial advisor was telling me he was making 7 or 8% of his money, but he was making 0.41% of his money. Well, he quickly fired the financial advisor, learned how to do some stuff with us, and now he's making 10% of his money, real money.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
It is.
It's just amazing how the financial advisors, they're misleading, and they're even told to lie.
Because everything you know about money, you think you know about money, and Christmas decoration is wrong.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, if you want a copy of my book, you can get a digital copy of my book, Money Hacks, which, by the way, we get into all this stuff in there. Money Hacks, digital copy. You send a text message to the phone number 26786. The phone number is 26786, and you send the word hacks, HACKS, and you get a digital copy of my book. And I'm telling you what, you read this book, I promise you can learn things about money you didn't even know existed. Of course, you can then take a free class. You go to investorschooling.com. and learn how to take a free class on Thursday night and learn something new. Every week we teach something new. And here's the thing, on Thursday night, don't bring your wallet because we're not going to sell you anything.
Correct.
We actually you just take the class and see if you like it. And it's a class that other students have paid for, so you're going to see what I guarantee you're going to learn something. Sometimes it's a little more complex and sometimes a little easy, depending on where we are. But it doesn't really matter. You're guaranteed you're going to learn something, and if not, we'll give you money back, right? Because it's free, get it?
Of course I get it.
I'm
just used to it.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
I hear it every week.
Yeah. I know. Same joke, right? I know. So it's investorschooling.com. You go ahead and do it. Of course, the Money Hacks book, 26786. 26786. Send the word hacks.
Correct.
All right. We got a few more minutes, man.
What do you want to talk about?
What's on your mind?
I don't know. What are you doing after the show?
So what I'm doing after the show, I'm actually exhausted, don't forget.
I know,
right?
I see.
I probably need to... I probably need to get my snowblower, my generator running.
So I tell you what we will do, okay?
All right.
Because Alex is about to call and shout at the radio station that we're so unprofessional.
Oh, we forgot all about that guy.
We make arrangement about what are we doing after the show during the show.
We forgot all about that guy. I know.
I'm going because my daughter feels very bad, so I'm going home. I go to go get some groceries and I go to get home.
Okay.
And then I will come to you.
Okay.
And I'll try to help you.
We could work on the generator.
And I will take and I want to see if the electric snowblower is enough.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
I will take this one.
Yeah, the electric snowblower will be fine, but you might have to charge it, in between.
What do you mean charge it?
It's electric. Oh no, it's a battery.
So it's not electric.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, it's electric and not electric. I got you. Okay. So yeah, we'll figure it out, and that's it. You and me, we need to sit and talk because we haven't done it for a long time. And while you're here, you're too busy, and while you're away, you're too busy. We need to find a time.
I know. I miss you.
I know. I miss you too, man.
I know. It's been a wild ride.
I know.
I'm liking it though.
You do?
Well, we're going to Tampa in a week or so.
Yeah, in February something.
Yeah,
I know.
Coming up real soon.
Yeah,
the
I
10th,
know.
I think.
I want to be there. I really, really want to be there.
Yeah, it's time for us to do some more work at the mobile home park.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on with the market in Florida. That we knew is different than what we know from here. but it seems that it's going it's shifting weirdly.
It is shifting.
It's shifting very weirdly.
Yeah.
Now I have a question for you. Have you sold your Ruskin house?
Yeah.
Done,
yeah.
Sold.
Yeah, I lost some money on it. I didn't lose a lot. I probably lost about $20,000 on it. But,
that's fine.
Here's the thing.
That's
right?
how we learn.
Right? No, it's not. It's just not. It's funny. I say this all the time, right? If you haven't lost money in a real estate deal yet, that means you haven't done enough real estate deals.
So I want to tell you something because we're about to end the show. I ran the mastermind on Monday.
Okay.
And we had one of our new student here, and she talks about a house she's trying to buy that is too far, according to other people that said it to her.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know. And I told her, because she's at 25,000, I told her, you buy it. And I tell you something, I opened QuickBooks. You know how much I love big QuickBooks.
Right.
And I looked at how much I made out of my properties by using my own money the way that you don't like.
Yeah.
In different times, it's important to say, in different times, and by buying houses that the mice were running away from.
Yeah, right.
And I bought them and I did them right. And that's why I don't regret any one of them. And that's why I believe that if you have a good deal, don't walk away from it. If you have a good deal that you can make money off, especially in those times, especially if you can buy a house for 35,000, you should never say 30.
I mean, so the one in Ruskin, I believed I could have made money on. I still believe I could have.
I know.
But the HOA got me so annoyed.
I know.
That I just had enough. I said, you know what? I just don't want to deal with you people anymore. You know, I considered suing the HOA. I just, you know what? I'm just done. I'm just going to take my money and run.
Certain things in life, we should ignore them.
Exactly.
And walk away from them. And then we have better way to deal with them.
Yep.
And it's human beings. It's everybody. When you are stressed, when you're going through, when you don't see the light, walk away, recalculate, and come back again.
Yeah.
And that's with everything.
I agree.
Yes.
All right. Anyway,
how much time do we have?
We have about 45 seconds.
So you can go to sleep. We were the Larry Steinhouse Show here on WPHT and on Facebook. We are broadcasting to you from... What?
You're taking over.
What did he say?
He said you're taking over.
Yes, we are broadcasting to you from the Investor Schooling headquarters here in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. If you want to take responsibility and financial, what am I saying?
Take financial responsibility for your life.
Financial responsibility. Let's go
Show
there.
up to.
You should go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
Right, and I want to thank all the listeners.
Yes, please.
And I want to thank Omri for being here and taking over.
I appreciate you. And I want
to thank Kimmy for being on the line. I want to thank the sweet
Larry
Page
and
because we're out of time.
And everybody.
Investorschooling.com. Investorschooling.com.
Bye.
This program is paid for by Investor Schooling.
Clear.
Thanks, bud.
You're welcome. Great show.
Thank you, man.
You want the first hour or the second hour?
I think the second hour is
you
good.
Want the second one?
I don't know. Both of them were good.
I like the first hour because